cops are outside, guys, we're in trouble.
An extremely difficult part about YouTube.
Oh, what about that?
Pulling people over, but we're the only ones on it.
Yeah. Let's do this.
And it's right there.
I'm back in.
Okay, so this is from our dear Mark from After Hours.
Hey.
Marky boy.
Okay.
Also, on that note, I did also put a little bit of a thing in the description. We need to say thanks to After Hours as well for always backing us from the beginning as well. I mean, you know, you guys have been obviously all good mates, but always allowing us to pitch your events, punting our events, that sort of thing. So, After Hours, thank you. We see you, we appreciate you, and we love you. So, Mark, what does Mark have to say?
Mark has to say, if you could have applied any of the mods that you did to the Beamer to your own personal car, which would it have been? And this is for each of us.
Okay. I know what Andrew's gonna say. On that, our daily cars, except Brandon's car, are dailies.
My
Petrol savers.
My car as well, though.
No. But you Ford Figo,
1.6
turbo, 18s on, Fiesta, 1400.
What's a 1500?
Like,
you know what's funny? Jen and Jaco's Figo has 20 more kilowatts than your Fiesta.
Let's go, boy.
it's not what you drive, it's how you
And they come
drive
out
it.
with the flippy keys too.
Yeah, no, that's bull dust of
For those of you who don't know, Jaco has a Ford Figo, Jen has a Ford Figo, Andrew has a Ford Fiesta, and I've got a Volvo.
With a Ford engine.
Yeah, this is the 1.6 EcoBoost. So the one that caught fire in the Cougars. It's great.
It's like we all.
But maybe not for long. Maybe not for long. Might
Just
not
you
have
that's
much
different because you decided to go with a silver car. Like,
Yeah, we've all got
we all got much
Hey,
chance.
that car came out as a deal.
Yeah.
I wanted a white one, but because my
You can't
guys.
have everything that you want.
Okay, I had a silver Volvo before, an S40, like the proper like granddad mobile, right?
Never got stopped back off, so it was great.
Never.
That's why we
never.
only started dating after you got the
Yeah.
Anyway, carry on.
Lovely. I sold that car in lockdown because, as Volvos do, they depreciate, and it was needing a new cam belt and clutch and I think a coil pack. So I was like, okay, I'm going to spend all this money on it, it's still going to be worth nothing. So I sold it, and I was looking at different cars. I was looking at a Fiesta ST at the time and a Golf 6 GTI. I immediately said no to the Golf because, and trust me, they're great cars, I love them. It's a hijacking risk in South Africa. So I immediately was like, no. The Fiesta ST was great, but my fat ass didn't quite fit so nicely in the Recaro seats for long trips. Like daily driving is sick because it hugs you, it's tight and it's hard and it's firm. But the Fiesta STs over a long distance are not probably the most comfortable, they're more track orientated. And then the Volvo popped up and somehow I ended up going from a silver Volvo to a silver Volvo. Was not planned though. So, but
Okay, 10 rand.
And then, as usual, as usual, sidetracked.
yeah. Okay, so back from this tangent, let's go back to the question at hand. What mod would you have taken from the car to apply to your daily driver? But are we saying this to our current daily drivers?
Yes.
Or if
No.
okay,
Current.
to our current daily drivers.
Current. Okay.
Not fugazi.
Yeah.
There's been a bunch of mods we've added to the E36. And I think my favorite one would have been putting those seats.
That's actually a good one.
Yeah, the seats in the Fez. They were comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
They were a pain in the neck to put in a car.
Yes, we struggled.
It was so worth it though.
Struggled over 3 to 4 weekends, maybe 5.
It was 3 weekends, definitely.
Definitely.
And I think myself and Andy put the seat the wrong way like 6 times or something stupid.
It's like if you had to handle, we'll give you guys a job because me and Jaco did it, like you would feel the pain. I mean, to build that puzzle upside down, other way around kind of thing.
Yeah. Is this the driver's seat? No, it's okay, no, we need to.
Yeah.
But you guys nailed it in the end.
Yeah.
We know it.
And I mean those frames came out really good.
Yeah. I mean,
Listen, they're probably beefier than the
Original.
standard factory frames, but
tend to them.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I would do in my car. And the wheels won't fit at all, though. I mean,
No.
Yeah, you only get one. You only get one. Okay, you go. I think I know what Jen's might be.
that
grab.
mod though?
Yeah, it's mod.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'll wrap my car. Like
What?
Okay.
metallic pink.
Okay.
I was thinking the pink as well. I was like, what pink are we talking about?
The metallic, that like
Yeah.
glassy metallic.
I thought for sure you were going to say you wanted to get an knob.
Yeah, I kind of also had that in my mind. I was like, just gonna go get
No, it was cool, but I mean, like something that's like boom out there, 100% would wrap my car. Mother.
Coming back to that one, like having the stock standard fares that I have now with bucket seats in it.
Oh, cool.
You've got mags though.
Better than
You consider this in my head.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, I got bags at least, so that's about it. Ford bags, but yeah.
And you, Ronan?
Yeah, flip. There's not much that would carry over. I would say if the wheels were fitment to my car, I think those wheels would look sick.
Oh, yeah.
When fit, it looks like.
Yeah, they'll be sitting up like this. But no, I suppose if it was literally taking an actual part across, yeah, flip. There's not much that would be able to carry over into my car. It would probably also be the seats. But if it was taking like the concept of like we did something to the car that I would like to carry over, I think, I don't know, maybe going and doing like a wide body kit or something like that. Obviously it wouldn't be that one, but if we had to take the same principle of the mod and go across to do the wide body would be pretty cool.
Imagine
do
doing
a wide body V40.
There's a guy, so there's actually a guy in I think Norway or Sweden or
I was
something.
going to say
Yeah.
Sweden.
He's built a drift car out of a V40. I don't know why.
No way.
But
Did you
he's
change everything?
Put
to
the
be
put the
like-
engine this way around and made it rear wheel drive and it's wide body.
It looks good.
It looks flippin' sick, and he's got like 800 horsepower or thing, and
Yeah.
he goes mad sideways.
No,
So
no, no.
yeah, I think it could work.
Yeah.
Wide body would work on your car.
Yeah.
Shit, what else did we do? Only other thing I can think of that would work is just coilies on the figure.
coilies.
Just drop it a bit.
I forgot about
Coilies are a
coilies.
good one.
Yeah.
Just forgot about those things.
Yeah, because the coilies are just like, we did the exhaust. Oh, the exhaust.
Oh,
the exhaust.
Exhaust on a 1400 figure.
Hey, it'll sound like
That's just
Sorry,
That's-
1400 Vesta.
that was the coin filter.
Sorry,
Wow.
Sorry, Marco and Jan. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I forgot about the exhaust. Like, yes.
No,
Yeah.
okay, you're
Was that
okay.
TIG welded exhaust?
Okay, maybe I'll retract my statement. Maybe the
You
exhaust.
were allowed to
Exhaust.
retract yourself. You said what you said.
Okay, the wide body. I'm not sad with either, but the exhaust is nice.
The exhaust
the
is
exhaust is
so
damn
nice,
nice,
yeah.
and the coilovers is a good one. Why did you go last and have all the parts? We forgot about the parts.
I was literally sitting there and like, I can't say seats as well. Because, you know, seats and you were like, yeah, the seats. And I'm like, what else did we do? And I started gear knob. And I was like, okay, I fixed the aircon.
My other thing was like, shit,
There's
that
nothing
sets it to go
add-ons,
faster.
yeah. And then I was like, oh yeah, coilies. And then when I thought of the coilies, I was like, oh shit, the exhaust.
Yeah. Okay, I retract my statement. I want to put the whole straight six in my car.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So yeah, coilies on the figure. Just because I forgot the exhaust was the last minute.
Yeah.
Sorry, Marco. Yeah.
Slam figure. I can
Slam
get behind
figure.
it. Okay.
Mm.
Mark,
I mean,
that was a good
if a
question.
wrap doesn't count as a mod, then 100% I'll take exhaust.
Yeah.
Your
No.
car's got a little bit of a bubble.
Yeah,
When
you
Jenna
put it
versus
out.
when Jenna versus the garage, it's like wom, wom.
Only problem is with the foilies, the figure has
I
this
just
lip.
like, I don't have that.
The black one.
You also have that
She
black lip.
catches it about 12 times a week.
Exactly.
Oh,
Imagine
those
imagine you put coilies on that thing.
Just take
It'll just straight.
No, you have to take it off. You have to
I
take it off.
bought it on Sunday in Montana. I
Yeah.
literally went, and I was like,
It was
What's
a
a 4x4
pop-
when it's straight?
Yeah. But that thing is like this.
Yeah, it's
It's like Andrew's beard. It's just, you know,
Red.
the chin's here, but it actually ends down.
it's majestic. It's
Oh.
majestic, don't worry.
No, good question, Mark.
Good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a next question of you from. Forgive me if I pronounce your name incorrectly.
As you always
Maros. Kundre, your question is coming down to, I want to know how you guys would feel about attending a new cruise event. That's one question, and I see there's another one, and how did you feel when you guys gave away your E36? But let's go to the first one first.
We had a lot of meets and a lot of
Yeah, I
events.
think on the first question is like, we relied on everyone
Yeah.
that we followed on some social media or didn't even know, and we went to, I don't even know how many events we went to.
Every weekend, sometimes even like 2-3 events.
Yeah.
So we down to go to everything. We won't always.
Be able to.
Oh well, we won't always be able to because especially now, like this last year and a bit, there's a lot of car meets going on. There's a lot.
We do try our best.
Yeah, we try our best to get everything. So yeah, no, we would definitely be down. It's just sometimes the case that there's a lot going on. It did become tricky towards the end as well. We had to say no to a lot of events, which is why towards the end we literally prioritized the really big events, like Festival of Motoring, Idlefest. A, because we had to pay a lot of money to be there, but B, because we didn't have the time to go to all the smaller events. So we had to the time that we took out of the garage was so valuable that it had to be worth not working on the car. We had to make it viable to actually be away from the garage. So, but if it's not hectic pressure times like that, we had a lot of meets.
Yeah.
We had a lot of meets.
It's nice meeting a lot of new people as well, the new crews out over there.
Yeah.
It's not easy starting a new crew as well.
No.
And
We've been there.
We've been there as well. The little bit of support that you get from bigger guys, I mean, when we were smaller, and
I mean, we are still small, but I mean, the thing is, when we started with like 100 followers on Instagram, it was almost impossible to get cars to come to events.
oh, definitely. So we're also very willing to help and support any crew there is outside of there, whether you're big, small, just around for a coffee or something like that. I mean, if it's possible for us to be there, send the invite, and
You never know.
we never know, we could maybe pitch up or come as a surprise.
We're not into this, because there's also within the car community, I want to say there's politics, where one crew doesn't really necessarily get along with another crew.
Yeah.
We don't really buy into that.
Nah.
We just, I would say we just try and support each other
as much
and
as
try and attend and support as many other events as we can. I mean, we all into the same thing, we've all got the same passion. So for us, we just try and be nice with everyone.
Yeah.
What's on that now as well, what I really find quite joyful in my heart is when us Clutch Culture, pitched up at an event or a meet where people didn't know we were coming.
Yeah.
And the crowd got very wild around the 36.
Yeah.
Rev it. Like, where did these people come from? You're like, let's go all over the
I
place.
remember the one in Boxburg. Remember the
Yeah.
E36? Or what's that? K
Oh,
Center.
with the indicios where Underground Society often is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just rocked up there, and it was like a
It was
crowd of people.
oh,
And like, okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
So that was quite fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate the support that we get from everyone else, and we hope we can do the same for others where they appreciate our support. So
I mean, in the same way as like the big guys, like I said, we're good mates with After Hours. They've supported us, so that's someone that's bigger than us helping us, and if we can help someone who's smaller than us, then that's cool. I mean, pay it forward, build the whole car community up together. I mean, there's no reason that everyone can't get along and just make yourself in the car community bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
No, definitely. And on the second question that he gave to or asked us is, how do we feel when we gave our car away?
This clip that I'll insert right now gives away how Andrew was feeling.
Not just me, no.
No, there's a clip of you with it's tears of joy.
No, that's both of us.
Oh,
Well, it's all three of us.
The reel was
Like cut short.
it cut me out, and it was mainly Andrew, but the full video.
Oh, no, that's fine. I'll put the full log on in because I've got the full video for people.
Yeah.
That was the thing. We were in the car.
Yeah,
And
let's
we-
do this. Let's do
yeah.
this. So, myself and Jack will probably have a slightly different perspective than Jen and Andrew because, like I said, we divided and conquered on that day. Let's do this. Let's ask you guys first how you felt when you first saw the car rock up. Because by the time you guys got there, between leaving in the morning, by the time we got there, we had done a hell of a lot more.
Yeah.
100%.
The car wasn't wrapped.
It was still
It was black. And I was
Honestly, like,
pieces.
I just got so overwhelmed that it had all been put together the way that it had been.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't expecting that. Andrew and I were on the phone with Eric's like every 20 minutes, where are you? What's news? What's up?
Yeah.
And I think we felt so much, like
We felt
pressure.
pressurized under different perspectives.
Yeah. And then for me personally, when I saw the car and you guys rocked up, I was like, thank the Lord.
Yeah.
You know, like it's here, it's done. It's nothing like it looked like when we left. I mean, I left the door panels off because I was so over it and I
That
Jane
big-
lost her shit.
That big job when the blue got red.
Job became a very red job.
Yeah. Great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, like leaving, what's it, 7 o'clock, I think?
Yeah.
That Saturday morning with 0 sleep, the stress levels were next level. And then going to a place where we did not know how everything was going to fall out. We were going in a blind cave, a dark cave, not knowing where's going to be doing what. And then as the day gradually goes by, the guys were asking,
Yeah.
what's going on with this
What's
car?
And last time you saw the car, there wasn't a panel on it, there didn't have
We
wheels.
were like, it will be us soon.
Yeah.
Not knowing it's going to be us soon. And I mean, you guys had a hell of a job to do at home, and me and Jen had a hell of a job to entertain the guys at the event. And look, when you guys told us, no,
Yeah.
Jen came to me and told me, in a very serious face, Andrew, the car's not going to be ready. I sunk. I was like I was there. I was just over it, and I wanted to start crying at that moment as well. And she's like, JK, just getting the car on its way. And I'm like, you. And that's when the emotions just started
Rolling in.
coming up,
Yeah.
tidal or wave after wave. And hearing the car in the distance, asking two of the guys, I can't remember who they were.
Celeste.
No. Blocking the one entrance so that people don't see it.
Yeah.
So you guys can go around the corner. And I was hungry. I was thirsty. I was hot.
We didn't eat.
We didn't eat. That, I forgot about that.
Actually, thank you to, I think it was Celeste, for giving me some of your soft chips. Really.
I wish I had some of them as well. If I could just have it. And that car coming around the corner,
Behind
looking at
scenes.
behind the
With the 25-point turn.
Yes.
looking at it, and I was speechless. I was navigating you guys, but left, but right, and looking at the car like, wow. And trying to keep my tears in. Trying to. And seeing Yaku put on his glasses and in this motion. After hugging Jen, I was like, it's over. The tears just started running.
Yeah.
And then Jen gave me a hug, and then it was over.
Game over, yeah.
Game over. It was
We only
tears.
cried together.
It was tears of joy, tears of relief,
I think that is everything.
of everything, because it felt like a mountain on all of our shoulders at that moment.
It was just.
And then realizing very quickly I had to do an opening
Yeah.
for this car.
We went outside, by the way. I was like, please.
So-
Andrew. And then I see you like going. And I was like, there's Andrew.
I was like, didn't not gonna say a word. Yaku's belly is moving right now because he's so tired.
Yaku was a walking corpse. So.
Brandon, that usually will do most of the talking, is driving the car through, knowing his arse is planted on that seat, not wanting to come out over here and still talk of, once again, having 0 sleep. We're all thirsty, we're all hungry. And I'm like, let's do this.
You did it well though.
I don't know how I did it, there was words that came out, and after that, the car went through, and then that's where me and Jill were like, we need a hug. We need a hug here. And it was over.
It's so interesting because I mean, obviously we've got an entirely different perspective because you guys that morning were waiting in anticipation.
Yeah.
Us that morning were stressing our asses off because by mid-morning, none of the wide body was on, which meant none of it was wrapped. There was stuff.
The wheels had the wrong stud.
I had to drive through to Pretoria North about 45 minutes each way
Yeah.
to go and find specific bolts to hold the wheel adapters and everything on, because the ones we had were slightly too short and we didn't feel like it was safe. So it was, and that was at like 10. So there was a lot going on, but I think for me, like, to get back to the question of like how it felt, I was fine the whole way. The whole time I was fine. On the highway, we were just kind of like checking everything feels fine in the car, it feels safe. You know, none of the wide body panels have flown off.
Yeah.
Our diffuser was still attached. But for me, rolling down R21 into Boxburg, as we hit the robots there, I very quickly realized that we were at the robots, we turned right, next robots, we were at our destination, and that's where it hit me. That's where I started getting a bit emotional and stuff. And then, rolling into Izimoto, and then trying to position the car to get ready to go out and show everyone, my left leg, my clutch leg, was literally just sitting there shaking like this. I'm surprised the car wasn't going backwards and forwards.
Yeah, I saw when we stopped at the robot.
Yeah.
He's like, how are you feeling? We're like, yo, it's now on, eh?
How did you feel at that point? Because I remember that was the first time we both asked each other, like, okay, are you ready?
Yeah, I think we were pretty quiet in the drive there. We were all just like dead.
Yeah.
And then we just stopped there. We phoned. Shout out to Celeste.
Yeah.
Celeste was a legend.
Peter.
And Marco as well.
And Marco and everyone. Like, we couldn't thank you guys enough. But
Yeah.
like, they phoned to be like, okay, guys, you guys are ready. We're here. And then put the phone down and it was like, actually.
Yeah, we are here.
We are here. It's going to happen. But yeah, no, that day was stressful.
I was also worried about Keegan. Also, your video was great, but
Yeah.
coming out of that garage door at Izimoto, I saw Keegan right in front, and I'm like, I know the man's trying to get a shot, but I need to come out here and make some noise. And I was like, please just don't drop the clutch with his leg that's doing this, and don't run our boy over. So, you didn't know that, but I was very worried about running you over, so sorry about that.
No, I think it was just chaos that last day. And then you obviously had to go get the studs.
Yeah.
So it was like pretty much
you
me.
behind.
It was me working on the one side of the car, and then Paulet Print
I was
guys
just gonna
wrapping
say,
the other
shout
side
out
of the
to
car.
Pete and Mark
Yeah.
and the team at Paulet
Devin,
Print.
Mike,
Yeah.
Pete, Kate, like
Yeah.
you guys
They
did
did
an
a
awesome
fantastic
job.
What's
Nick.
Nick and Nick.
Yeah.
But I mean that was crazy. Like they wrapped the car as we were putting panels
Yeah,
They
on.
literally-
working
Pete
around.
Was Nick there that morning as well?
Devin.
Who was there that morning? It
Nick.
was just Pete.
Pete
It was there because
Pete and Devin, yeah.
Yeah.
Pete and Devin were literally
Yes.
chasing us around the car as we were busy. We would put one panel
We'll
on,
put
and
the
they would
lights
follow
in,
us.
and then I'll do the bonnet.
Yeah.
And then we'll put the front fender, then I'll do the fender. Then we'll put, it was
Yeah.
absolute chaos.
No, it was chaos.
So
I don't know how we got it done. Because then I'll get a phone call from Jen every 20 minutes. I was going, yo, we got a panel on. We probably leaving at like 1. Okay, cool. And then phones at 12. I was going,
Make it two.
make it 2.
when
and
Jacob
it would have
calls
been
me,
two.
when Jacob calls me, he's like, how's the crowd? It's like, no, the crowd's here. Now the battery just out of the drill.
Oh yeah,
The drill died about 12 times. So we would
do
do
charge
stuff,
it.
drill. Do stuff, charge, do stuff, charge, do stuff, charge. But yeah, I'll say in a nutshell, because we could go on this specific question for ages, I think. I think we probably sum it up as it was like bittersweet, the
Yeah.
whole thing. Because we were so excited to be able to do this, just because it's such a unique thing to be able to give a car away. But at the same time, we were like, yo, it's a lot of work and we're going to miss the car.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, yeah, don't get me wrong, having said that, I don't think we would have done anything differently. I don't think we regret giving the car away at all.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, you know, we've even said to you still, down the line, if you ever decide to sell the car, you need to let us know first.
Yeah.
Oh, nice though.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but I think in the garage,
Bertha.
Jen started the whole thing.
Yeah.
I was kind of, I wasn't fine, but I was like, cool. And then Jen started crying, gave her a hug, I was like, yeah, no, it's done. And then Andrew comes, I'm like, yeah, no, it's over.
Yeah, bitter sweet.
Yeah, I was just glad to do it.
Yeah.
We got it done, we got it there.
Yeah, and I think when we did the actual final handover now, we had cleaned up a lot of the stuff that we
Hey.
wanted to clean up that we couldn't before the giveaway, well, the draw day, should we call it. So I think overall we can be pretty chuffed with what we achieved, and I think overall a feeling of satisfaction.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's not much people in South Africa that can say they worked 6 months, but like in 2 weeks, built a car.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
There
How many in South
and,
Africa worldwide? I mean, how many people can say they give away a car? Not many.
and I don't think the guys understand, like, that last week, we wrapped the car, we stripped everything.
Yeah.
Mirrors, freaking
Trim,
every
grills,
lights. That
wheels.
car was stripped to bare bone.
And the wing and the bumper got painted that week.
And the wing and the bumper, but like we
Yeah.
we
And it
reworked
was
that
a
whole
time.
car.
It was like a time thing as well of, the bumpers and stuff had to be sprayed, but then we also needed to wrap it. But then
They need to
paint
cure
needed
before
to
you can
dry.
wrap it.
It's
Yeah.
24 hours to cure.
48. No, it was 72. Was
Yeah,
it
I was
72?
According to Google, 30 days. But yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should jump into the next question now.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is from Sleepy _ full stop mix. Sleepy mix. Not a question, but you guys are amazing.
Hey.
Thank you very much.
We try.
See, that's the positive criticism we're talking about. Thank you, Sleepy Mix.
And then _Peter _Horn. Are you guys going to do another giveaway build? We've obviously already addressed that, but just
You have to wait and see.
Yeah.
And also on that, remember to mention on the comments what would you guys like to see us give away?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let us know. And also, guys, obviously this becomes a lot more feasible with the more support we get. The bigger the channel gets, the more money and revenue we can bring in through sponsorships and things, and the more it allows us to do things like giveaways and that sort of thing. Because it's not a cheap thing to do out of your own pocket, which is obviously what this ton was, especially in the beginning. We got a lot of help from other businesses, but the bigger we get, the more feasible it becomes to do that sort of thing. So it's at the end of the day, it's all of your guys' support. The more you guys can help us grow, the more we can afford to do that sort of thing.
And then another one from Peter Horn.
But love it.
Another one from Peter Horn. When's the next meet? Please plan one closer to Colonnade/Menlyn next year.
I think we need to do a Pretoria meet as well.
Yeah.
So maybe in the beginning of the year we'll look at doing something in Pretoria.
But yeah, we do try kind of do events around Gauteng to try and accommodate everyone.
But we do generally also try to keep it central.
Yeah, we try and keep it central for everyone as well, so that if everyone does want to come, they can.
Yeah.
Because inevitably if we do something down in the south, the guys from Pretoria are like, it's too far.
Yeah,
If we do something in Pretoria, the guys from like Alberton side are like, it's too far.
yeah.
So that's why a lot of our stuff has kind of been Centurion, Midrand, that sort of thing, because it's kind of, call it 40 Ks from anywhere else.
Yeah. And central for us if we need to go build them, because we're building the car after we get back from the meet,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10. So.
Yeah,
But yeah, we haven't really done Pretoria North.
yeah.
So.
But we must maybe do like, Menlyn might be a good one,
Mm.
because then it's not too far for the guys from Pretoria and the guys from Centurion. It obviously is just a bit of a trek from anyone from like the East Rand or the West Rand.
Yeah. Okay, and then from Car Cane Crew again, what's your favorite memories with the E36?
Fat donuts.
Whatever.
I was like, when?
we
I was not invited for this.
Oops.
That's it.
Oh, that's where you were when we did the handover.
Yeah.
I think for me was the.
Just to be clear, we didn't ever do a burnout or a donut in the
No.
car. We didn't drift it either.
No.
We were too worried we were going to break something.
The funniest thing for me still was when you put it on a dyno.
Oh, jeez.
I missed that,
And it made a full nothing. Almost.
71 kilowatts.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
It would make more now.
Yeah, new nav sensor,
It's
new
also-
exhaust. We
I
never
reckon-
actually did that.
But guys, like just from the butt dyno, I would say we probably gained another 30-40 kilowatts. Just with the MAF sensor and the exhaust specifically.
Cleaning
'Cause-
the intake.
Cleaning that, yeah, because I mean, myself and Mark cleaned the intake ports because they were just full of carbon buildup.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think the biggest performance difference that we could feel was the exhaust.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Once we got Marco's exhaust on and
Oh,
that
yeah.
crinkle cut Pringles can was off, it was a huge difference, massive. Because the thing is, always before, it would pick up okay, and then at the top end of the rev range, it felt so restricted, like the car was fighting
Yeah.
against itself.
Yeah.
But after that exhaust was on, it would just rev freely all the way to 8.
Spitting flames.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Episode, whatever it was, you guys can go check it out.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
10 rand though.
Mm.
What is your favorite? So Jacob was addressing the download.
Yeah, I think that was fun.
I think my favorite time with the car was actually the night we got the exhaust done, with Andrew ripping it past us, and then us all just buggering around on the road on the way back and dicing each other, and you know, like us in one car, Andrew and Jaco in the BM, and Marco and Jan in their cars, all just, you know, having a good laugh and a good time, and then us obviously then driving home. I think shooting some rollers and that sort of thing, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yours?
Me. Yeah, I'd say for me personally, my favourite memory would probably be getting my sister to drive the BM. Dom. She's very conservative. Sorry.
60 k's an hour, sort of conservative.
Yes.
3,000 RPM.
Yes. So Kirsten was in the car with us, and she's never driven a Joburg highway, and it was at night, so some of the back roads here in Centurion were a bit dark for her, so I was like, no, come, you're going to drive a Joburg highway now, because obviously the Joburg highways are well lit, and told her, drop a gear, go, push it, and she did, and I must say that's probably one of my favourite memories of the E36, and you know, driving it, having my sister drive
There's no
it.
video footage of that.
No, she got a video of me apparently.
Oh, really?
That she showed my mom, that I didn't know until my mom cucked me out. She was like, yes, sis, you're pushing that BM.
Jesse, Dom, if you're watching this video, we need that video. I want to see that video.
But yeah, I'd say that would probably be one for me, because obviously close with my family.
Yeah.
So
That's cool. And it's a different experience too.
Yeah.
So my favourite memory, coming back from a meet. We've just installed a lip.
Carl, I'm so sorry.
Oh, Kyle.
We were driving
We had no passenger
seats. You and Taylor were sitting in the back seat
yeah.
with a big open space next to me. Cruising a good 120 to 130 k's. And the next moment, you delete the lip.
Yeah.
That's a good memory. I got such a fright that day, pulling a car from the fast lane to the side of the road in split seconds.
But how does that compare to getting a flat tire in Primrose?
Oh, I forgot about that.
I'll take the deleted lip anytime. That Primrose flat.
Yeah.
This was like when the EFF was doing their
Talking about
strikes.
looting and stuff, and
Strikes,
the
yeah.
highway
Tire
Tires,
burnings.
And we were like in Primrose, like
and we had a
something
flat
so
tire.
like
Yeah, you're driving in the
I saw the
whole car
CPF,
does
yeah.
this.
I remember looking out the window and telling you like, no, we need, and Brandon's like, it's
No,
not a
'cause-
place to stop here.
Yeah,
Like,
because
can't stop here.
we were driving obviously in front of you guys, and Brandon was like, why is Andrew flashing me? Andrew, this is not the place to stop.
Yeah.
So anyways,
I was
they
like,
put
what
up
do
next
you
to
want to
us.
stop and chat? What are you doing?
And we also didn't even know if there was a spare.
And
Yeah.
to be fair, let me add this. We had the GPS on. The GPS was taking us on the right
Oh, yeah.
route. And Brandon thought he knew the area better and he wanted to do it better.
So I was
Yeah,
like, instead of
it took
going
us
all
the
the
wrong
way
way.
west to get onto the highway to go east again, I was like, let's just cut through and go straight to the east.
Not knowing the route. And then, yeah, obviously Andrew pulls up next to us and we're like, guys, like, what? Like, we're kind of slow rolling next to each other, like, what? And Andrew just goes,
just check, yeah.
Just have a look. Nah.
Problem. We drove with a flat tire for
Yes, for a while.
4 k's, 5 k's.
yeah.
Yeah. We said no to pull over.
On the safety perspective of that, yeah, we did not have a spot to pull over. Because every stop street we have stopped, the amount of eyes that were on us.
Also, it's not a quiet car.
Actually, on that note as well, I want to add one other memory before we dive down that rabbit hole too much further. I think once we had the car complete, so like driving back from the draw date day and just like even driving to when we gave the car to you still, the amount of heads the car turned was really cool. But for me, like what was such a cool thing is seeing the kids. There was always little kids.
Yeah.
Like I remember there was these 2 kids on bicycles, like riding towards the car. And I just remember looking in the rearview mirror and they had both stopped their bicycles and they were literally looking back like this to just look at
Those
the
are the
car. And
best
I'm like,
memories,
I was that kid.
Yeah.
So to see these kids like, wow, look at that, I think that was also pretty
I
cool.
think it's just anyone in general. I mean, I remember turning to you a couple of times and being like, we've got some eyes on us, give it a rev for them.
Yeah.
And they're
Many
standing there
times.
going, yeah.
Yeah, in my Chamberlain.
Yeah, my Chamberlains.
Remember we went to the drags one night.
Yeah.
And then
Also, not with the current exhaust that it had, the old exhaust.
Yeah.
It sounded good though.
Yeah.
Let's
We'll give it that.
give it that, despite on how it looked and how it was built. Especially driving in a very confined space. The echo was good. Where the guy was like, please.
Can we race?
No, not before that.
Oh.
This is my dream car, I'm busy with one.
And
they're like, hop in. Because we were staying right on top of there and we wanted to go a bit down. It's like, hop in, take you for a spin up and down.
Yeah.
And also that, giving someone that opportunity to drive in one of their dream cars,
Yeah.
it's priceless. And then just across the road, I don't know what vehicle it was, but the turbo was sticking out at the bottom, really wanting to dice us.
It was a Golf 3. I remember it was a Golf 3. And he was like, no, do you want to race against my Golf? And we were like, my God?
71 kilowatts.
Yeah.
The car sounds amazing, but it's...
Yeah.
On that topic of kids, I must say the one memory that sticks out for me was Festival of Motoring.
Yeah.
With that kid that we gave a
Oh,
beanies and
yeah.
stickers to.
Yes.
But also, do you remember the kids of that charity event? we went
Underground
to?
Society, you mean?
And yeah.
I forgot about that too.
Yeah.
But I must say that just seeing the kid.
Yeah, tears of
I was
eyes that
crying. I
day.
was bawling. I was like, guys, I can't. My heart is just.
Yeah.
It's exploding. Like just the joy of sitting there clapping, just so happy.
When you revved it, he was scared of the rev, but when you like stopped it, that smile that he gave you after that
It
was...
was so worth it.
Yeah. No, those... When it comes to the kids, like you said, we were those kids.
Mm.
If you think back in your childhood day,
We are still those kids.
we are still those kids. Supra.
Ooh.
If you're into cars, you never actually grow up. Your toys just get more expensive.
Yeah.
A lot more expensive, eh?
But in a nutshell, I think it's very hard to answer that question. Got a lot of good memories.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Right, next question.
That's it.
Is that it?
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
it
think
from
I think
from
we all
our
got attached to
followers.
the car.
Yeah.
In the beginning, we were like, we're giving it away, no one's getting attached. And then the more you drove it, it was like, oh, it's like 90s vibe.
It's
Yeah.
so cool, yeah. It
And-
was never the fastest thing on earth,
No,
but it
it
was
was-
so nostalgic to drive.
And we always had the conversation of, no, we need to name it because obviously my family, we always name our cars. And I realized like, what is it, a week before we actually gave it to you still? Just sitting here in our complex and Brandon and I were standing in the kitchen looking at it and we were like, need a name.
Andrew had named it Donkey.
Yeah, because when you turn it
No,
off, it goes,
but-
"Oh."
It needs a proper name though.
It's such a good name. Donkey.
Donkey.
It's slow, it sounds good, and every time you switch it off.
It's Bertha.
Uh,
Big
So
Bertha.
eventually did get named Big Bertha.
Big Bertha.
I'm sort of give it a good birthday.
But if you guys do want to follow the car on Instagram, it's not Big Bertha. It's at Thick36.
Yeah.
yeah.
Thick36, so you can find it there.
Yeah.
But I think in a nutshell, I mean, just to add another question, I don't know if we just want to ask quick questions from us to each other, but one question I would have, like, if the channel gets big enough where we can build a car for each of us that we keep, what would everyone's project car that they want to
On
be?
that, go to our first video.
Yeah, true, because that talks about our dream cars, I think.
No,
Yeah.
Not?
project cars.
Oh, really?
Cars, yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, well,
So people know?
let's revisit it now.
Let's revisit memory lane.
Okay, so what would it be for you?
Has it changed?
We're not
since
talking like your Audi RS6, whatever. We're talking like if you could build a car on the channel, what would it be and what purpose would it be for?
Okay, if we had to build one on the channel, you guys, without me knowing it, which we must probably want to do in the future For each-
sick.
for each other.
Oh, for each other, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Yaku wants a Supra, for example, we slap that and we give it him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you had to do that for me, I would most probably go an R34.
Yes. Okay,
You're
your
right,
RS6 is looking cheap now.
Yeah.
But if we did, well, your question was when we did.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair
When
enough.
we did, money was not the object.
So an R34 over like an Audi Quattro or something.
I thought we would go SVJ.
Oh, now you put in things.
Hey.
A build.
Yeah.
What you
You
do?
can build a SVJ.
Yeah, you can.
Do stuff to it.
But You see an SVJ or you see a Lambo
No.
once a month, you see them maybe 6 times a year.
No.
When do you see an R34? When do you see a...
Okay, so hold on, let's dial this back because I think we're gonna end up with R34 Evo, R34 Supra, correct?
Yes.
Mm.
Let's dial this back to attainable. Like,
Okay,
like
100,000
Wait,
rand car.
Sure.
You still need to get back to my cars.
Eh? Oh yeah, no, we'll touch on what Jen said to me the other day.
Okay, budget 100,000.
Yeah,
Give
to
us a
buy the
budget.
car. Okay, let's say budget of 100 grand, you can buy the car, even if it's a rolling chassis or whatever it is. 100 grand is to buy the car. Obviously, doing the mods and stuff above that, there's a different story.
Okay. I go to classic. Dodge Monaco 67.
I knew it. I knew it.
I knew it was going.
Dodge Monaco 67.
Yeah.
I don't sit on Marketplace every day.
You've said a couple times about a 350 or 370Z or something.
No, you said 350. I said 370.
Yeah, I said 350 or 370.
Like, you know, I've also always wanted to do a Mark 1 Golf.
I was just
Oh,
thinking,
yeah,
I was like,
actually.
it's gonna be a golf.
Yeah, actually, no, that's a good one. That's a good one.
So I'm gonna
Golf.
say like attainable, like would be Mark 1 Golf.
Rabbit Wolf.
Yeah, like the
Do like
OG
a
old
The
style.
Yeah.
OG rabbits
Yeah.
would look pretty sick.
Hey?
Yeah.
And just to clarify, because a lot of people have been calling them rabbits locally, they were only ever sold as rabbits in America.
This is what we have to deal with, guys. Every time.
Yeah.
Just saying. And it's a Mark 1, not an MK1. Just to clarify. That's my rant for the day.
Thank you for your knowledge, Brendan. It's much appreciated.
Anyways, carry on.
What would yours be then now?
I'm kind of stuck between two.
E36.
Would be one of them. An E36 would be one of them. Or potentially a Nissan 200S6 with pop-up headlights.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I was thinking of that, or probably like a RX-8. 'Cause I think you can pick up a RX-8
Oh, yeah.
for around 100.
Because none of them are running anymore, so they're pretty
Exactly,
cheap.
yeah. You just swap it. Because I like it. It's got like already like wide body.
Yeah.
And everything.
Wait, hang on. Hang on, pause.
What do you
How's that time looking?
Well, you're there, so you might as well just
6 minutes.
restart it. Yes, you went shopping, eh? Hey!
It's the best RX-8.
Hey, look at that.
There we go, yeah, because it's out the way, we can focus on our project now.
Like a done.
Almost whole bold. What would you have done differently?
Oh, don't.
That's a whole nother list of things.
But
Okay. I think what I would probably have wanted to add to the car that we didn't get time to do would have been sound. Do a nice sound setup. Sub, some splits, some tweeters, a nice head unit, that sort of thing. And that would have been a very nice addition to make it a car that you could comfortably take on long road trips. Listen, the car has Bluetooth and stuff, but the speakers itself are a bit long in the
They're
tooth.
definitely from 1996.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
is, we pulled them out the doors and they were made by Nokia.
Yeah. I remember
The
that.
no Nokia made speakers. So that's probably why they're still working. Because they're made by Nokia.
Yeah, I think the other add-on would be a steering wheel. Because I know we just
we wanted a
ended
nice
up
Alcantara wheel.
nice wheel. Because it's still got the old.
money an option there. Okay.
Money
No,
no
well,
object.
just on this one. I think
Turbo
you got the
kit.
sound and then
That's what I was about to say. is,
Money no object.
Put
turbo
turbo
kit.
kit on that car.
But you see, Mark made a comment to me which makes sense. He said, supercharge it so that whoever gets the car, if they want to take the supercharger out, it's easier than taking a turbo out,
Mm.
because then you're drilling into stuff that in your truffle holes, and so I would rather than supercharge it so that
No, that's a fair point. I think I've always been pro turbo over supercharger, just your power delivery. But
Yeah.
the supercharger is a perfectly valid option for those cars too.
My knowledge is a bit min on the difference build though, but wouldn't a turbo be the easier build than a supercharger?
So
wait.
you got to
Why do
remember.
I know this?
Yeah. Well, let me. Okay, let's let Jen explain the difference between a
No.
supercharger and a turbocharger.
The supercharger takes the power to make more power.
Correct.
Turbo takes the air to make more power.
You're not far off.
I know.
Girl, anyway, do you know the differences between supercharger and turbocharger? How they work?
I've got a brief
Okay,
Lesson right here.
So,
now.
so your big difference is turbo is driven off of your exhaust gases.
Mm.
So the back end of the turbo bolts onto the exhaust, which spins up one fan, which is bolted to the other. Supercharger uses a pulley connected to the engine.
Okay.
So it'll be like connected to where your auxiliary belts and everything are, and it'll be connected in there. So it actually takes power away from the engine, because the engine's now got to spin up a supercharger.
Yeah.
So it takes power to make more power. But the thing is, you can literally get away with plonking it effectively. So like on a V8, you always see it's on top, and a lot of the time they'll have like a water to air intercooler between them or something. Whereas a turbo, you've got to have your exhaust running to the turbo, then the turbo runs around to an intercooler, and then back up to your intake. So there's a lot more plumbing involved.
Okay.
A supercharger is a lot more bolt-on than a turbo.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Yeah, I think the wheel would have been nice.
Oh yeah, you said
It would have been a nice
steering
add-on, I think. And maybe just the dash. I know we were talking about like
You wanted to do the
Flogging.
slave.
I wanted to do the flock dash.
yeah. I think
You guys let us know. We had a bit of a disagreement on that. I think a flocked, like race-style dash looks good, but we were a bit divided. So tell us what you think if it had been flocked.
Where did you guys see like each one of us improve the most? Like from the beginning to the end.
Jen didn't want to touch anything.
True.
Hey?
She was so apprehensive to do anything.
And then she serviced the car. She can take the bumper off by herself. Door cards got her a bit.
Yeah.
Door panels. Best friends.
When
Yeah.
it comes to torturing the car, Yaku, on a panel, grinding, zero feelings, just goes.
Yeah, but also
Yeah.
Yaku can break apart on a car like no one else.
No, but to be fair, I will give this to Yaku. Like, obviously Ben came and did cut the first wheel arch for us.
Yeah.
I remember that Friday morning,
Mm.
Yaku cutting him on his own. He was like, "Is this okay?"
With the tape.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Here we go. And then by the end of it, he was just like, whatever. Whoop,
Yeah.
whoop.
Yeah, when we're doing those testings.
Yeah.
Man,
At the
it's-
end, I was just cutting. Like, okay. More. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was your improvement, I would have said.
Yes.
I think one improvement that everyone had was just getting more confident actually getting hands on the car.
Yeah.
Like actually like not being so apprehensive about turning this whatever. It's just like just get stuck in and do it.
Yeah, I think everyone on camera, we were a bit in the beginning, and then the end, it was like second nature almost. It's like, okay, cool, we need a film, come.
Yeah.
And we all improved on our Google searches on how to do things.
Yeah.
YouTube certified.
YouTube
YouTube
certified, yeah.
100%.
How does this go in?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, my YouTube algorithm is now just car content.
Related.
All of my other algorithms gone, and it's E36s
Yeah.
and Matt Armstrong and
Yeah. And I think Brandon on the editing, like some of the videos, I thought we didn't film enough, we didn't do enough, and then Brandon will show us the preview of the video. I'm like,
yeah,
damn, like how did you do that? Like we didn't have much,
but you
Yeah.
made it work.
but you made it work. So.
It's definitely something that I had to get my head around was like
Yeah.
filling in gaps somehow.
Mm. No,
There was a lot of learning around that.
Because there was a few videos that I thought like, I don't think it's gonna be the best video, and then I watched it, I'm like, that was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Many times around that.
No, I think yeah, Jane especially with getting stuck into the car from being very apprehensive. I mean, guys, the initial discussion that we had around this was it was going to be more hands-on for myself and Andrew than anyone, with Jen and Yaku doing a lot more stuff in the background, but that very quickly changed, and I think we all just enjoyed actually,
Being involved.
yeah, and working on the car, which I think is also cool, because even if it does get to a point down the line where it's big enough that you know, we have to divide and conquer a bit, then at least if there comes a day where I need to edit, you know, I know that Jane, Yaku, Andrew are more than capable of getting stuck in. I think, yeah, I mean, Andrew, your work ethic when it came down to like, shit,
The sand.
Yaku and I trying to figure out something, and we were like, dude, we just need you to like, please, like, just sand this panel. Your discipline with that stuff, like your discipline with like actually just like taking a job that was cuck and pushing through. It was very commendable.
It's sanding, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sanding.
Yeah. The petrol flap.
Yes, that petrol.
I must say, I think that's also another point of where probably not so much me, but the three of you improved was the fiberglass.
Oh,
Remember that first day?
No, remember
The first one.
The first little piece we did.
That's the piece that I'm talking about.
The one where we had the gloves and the rollers
I
and
was
put it in
just
the vacuum bag and
too scared to
eventually
touch
it
that
was
stuff.
just touching.
I was way too scared to touch it.
Half my clothes are still full of fiberglass.
Oh yeah.
And then I think still the best panel we did was that one before work at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you guys are like half asleep.
We were like half asleep, myself and Andrew laid everything out, they were like, this is how we do it. And
Yeah.
that panel came out the
More.
best.
I think the biggest improvement I saw with Yaku was it's something completely unrelated, but like actually interacting with people. When we're at these events, guys, we're dealing with hundreds of people, talking to them, explaining what we're doing, that sort of thing. And you generally are, I kind of want to say introverted, but you're introverted with people you don't know.
Yeah.
But with us, you don't shut the fuck up. So I mean, it's kind of you introverted with people you don't know, but you come out of your shell with people you do know. And I think you found a way to be a little bit less introverted with strangers.
No, I mean, yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the job description almost as well.
And if we don't remember your names, we're sorry.
We are
Because
sorry.
it's just...
It's person after person.
We've
You know, we
reached
try
so
our
many
best.
people, eh?
We do try our best, but there have been a couple of times where I've met someone. They're like, "No, I know you," and I'm like, "Oh."
I think that was also a big challenge. Like,
Yeah.
the amount of times you would go somewhere and then people would be like, "Hey, Yaka, how's it going?" And I'm like, "I don't know who you are."
Listen, there also were a couple of times where people would be like, "No," they'd like greet you by name, but it's because they've seen you on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok or whatever. There was a couple of guys that were like, "No, I follow you on the live, whatever," you know, so they would know us by name, but you haven't met this person. So that was also a tricky thing to navigate, you know.
Yeah.
But we do try our best, guys, as well. I mean, I think we're only, 4,500 subs, but even so, I mean, we do get people coming up and like chatting to us, and we love the interaction, but it is difficult to keep track of everyone's names.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can never remember where my wallet is every day or my phone or whatever. So remembering names is also.
Surprised you remembers my name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think shout out to the TikTok live works. I mean,
Yeah.
what was it? Mr. T,
Herbert.
DJ Shane,
Herbert.
Herbert. Like we had a few
Wickery
Fox. We had a few regulars that were there like
on the TikTok.
every Sunday night until who knows when.
Yeah.
Like
Donut.
Donut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still need to make Joe moderator.
Yeah.
So no, shout out to them because there was a lot of late
Yeah.
nights and then people sitting there for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
And shout out to the neighbours for not
Oh yeah.
The noise, yeah.
Sorry neighbours.
Yeah. And to the whole Centurion Royas Crawl area. Very sorry, guys. Very sorry.
We've made
The
so
beer
much.
just got louder.
Louder and louder.
Later.
And we just took the revs higher and higher.
Oh
The power tools went later and later.
yeah. Yeah, I think by the end it was just 2 o'clock in the morning we were grinding.
Yeah. We had
Just
no
had to get
choice.
it done.
Yeah.
We'll take the blame later, but at that moment,
It's better to. What is it?
ask for forgiveness and
Yes.
ask for
Then
permission.
mission.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh,
Yes,
that
nothing, eh?
reminds me that the night before the giveaway, when the cops drove past,
Yeah.
and I came
yeah.
running through to you guys because I was in the room on the computer, and I came running through to you guys like, guys, it's like 2:30 in the morning, the cops are outside. The cops are outside, guys, we're in trouble. And they just drove off. But I mean, that was a panic, guys. I was like, yeah, one of the neighbours are fed up now.
Also, that night when we had Jesse and Connor there, and I took them onto the highway,
Oh, yeah.
we're pulling onto the on-ramp, and now this on-ramp is like long and winding, but it's kind of like around a blind corner. And literally come around this blind corner, there's not a car in front of me for hundreds of meters, not a car behind me. Now we've just taken the car out the garage, and the bumper was like freshly on or whatever, so the number plate was sitting on the dashboard, and we come around the corner and there's these cops sitting, pulling people over, but we're the only ones on this on-ramp, so it was like 100% chance of us getting pulled over. Come around this corner, and I'd been pinning it as well. There's no way to make that car quiet. There is no way to make it less wide body with like loud exhaust and big wing. It is a magnet for cops. and all the cops wanted to do was hear it rev, and then they let us go. It was beautiful.
It's a good moment, those, eh?
Yeah.
See, it's because you didn't have me in the car.
I was just gonna say, Jaco wasn't there.
Jaco is.
I think even that time your charm wouldn't
Nah,
have
would
worked.
have worked. I'm telling you.
You underestimate them.
Yeah.
Stop
Right.
underestimating Jaco and the cops.
Jaco's been driving with me in multiple cars that needed to be pulled over, and have the man next to you.
Nothing.
We drove through the one. What was that meet? Was it the after? No, it was all run.
Yeah, and going through
Quite
by all
along
of
the
Africa.
corner. Yeah.
Yep.
Drove through a roadblock.
Yes,
Just
we
through
got pulled
roadblock.
over.
Brandon got pulled over. We drove straight through with the BM. The lights didn't work. Number
But
plate
that's
not
also
on.
because I literally, until I
Yeah.
sat in front of the cops.
Yeah.
No, but I sat in front of the cops trying to get them to pull me over.
It's all about this man. It's
Yeah.
this man.
It's Jaco.
Jaco, the cop whisperer.
The cop repellent.
Yeah.
It's like doom for cops.
Yeah,
Patent painting.
yeah, still today.
Yeah.
Watch,
I don't
now
know.
they're gonna just pull you over.
Yeah. I'll
don't
have
know
a streak
how-
of like a week of this.
I do not know how we didn't get a fine on that car.
That's
That
true, eh?
first.
Oh, wait, hang on, didn't Andrew get a fine on it?
No.
No, it was E-toll.
It was
Oh,
E-toll.
was it e-toll?
That first paper, I was like, oh, shucks.
Let us know. Do you guys pay e-tolls?
Like when that post thing came through and it looks exactly like a fine
Yeah.
post. See me drive the car, I'm like, what was this? It was like 34 Rand or something.
Don't lie, you were probably like, I'm not surprised I got a fine, but where?
Yeah, where? Yeah, no, I was worried sometimes. Unless they're still coming through.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, I got one in March, and it only came through 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Very nice.
Alright guys, so we're going to pretty much wrap it up there. You know, as always, drop us a comment if there's any other questions or anything that you'd like to know. If you guys want to support the channel and help us get to the point where we can start doing this sort of stuff again and more consistently, head over to our website, grab yourself some merch. What would you like to see? Would you like to see a long-term build on the channel? Something that we maybe don't give away? Would you like to see the same thing again where we do a giveaway? You know, give us some ideas of what you guys would like to see. We've got some ideas of what we've been thinking of. And if you guys want to get involved with the build, if you feel like you've got a business or a company or something that could benefit from working with us, you know, like I said earlier, we're always open to anything. So feel free to get in touch. As Jaco mentioned earlier, we have got affiliate links as well. So we're going to put a whole bunch of this stuff down in the description. So if there's anything specific you want to look for, jump down there. We're not a one and done. We've got some other big ideas, but we can only obviously make any of it possible with your guys' support. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace out.
Like and subscribe.
Right.